Baruch Hu Shema. Amen. 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 Yes, today Jewish history. Right. Tonight is the yard site of Dr. Moshe Walish. Dr. Moshe Walish passed away in 1950, and he's also the founder of the Shari Tzedek Hospital in Yerushalayim. Founded in 1890, and one of its primary focuses of the hospital is to develop technology that works with Shabbos. In other words, to keep Shabbos in the best way, like that still can help us. For example, Shabbos elevator. Use a Shabbos elevator for especially someone's not feeling well, someone's sick, and all different ways. The easiest way to keep Shabbos within caring. We know we have to care for a sick person no matter what. You don't have to care about Shabbos. You can take a regular elevator if you need, but to minimize to keep it Shabbos, you still try to do, and that's what they tried. Was one of their objectives. Now, Dr. Walish, in addition to founding Shari Tzedek Hospital, he also had the great merit of treating the Frierdiker Rebbe when the Frierdiker Rebbe was on the boat. He was traveling. I think it was one of the times he traveled to Israel. Guessing somewhere. One of those. He happened to be on the same boat. Frierdiker Rebbe was feeling well. He treated the Rebbe. Frierdiker gave him a bracha. I forget what it was. That was in 1929. In 1920, he founded the hospital in 1890. In 1929, so they treated in the year 2488 on the 7th of Nisan tonight. Yeshua addresses the nation for the first time. The first time after Moshe passed away, he addresses them as the new Rebbe, and he addresses them and he tells them to prepare to enter the land. This was the day right after Shloshim. The Shloshim of Moshe Rabbeinu. It is Shloshim of Moshe Rabbeinu. And right away, tonight, right after the Shloshim, tonight, he addressed everybody. Okay, now we're going to enter the land. He told them exactly what to do to prepare to enter the land. Um, that is tonight in Rosh Hashanah, and Shabbos. Shabbos is called Shabbos Agadol, and the reason why it's called Shabbos Agadol is not because of the rabbi gives a big speech at Shabbos traditionally. Not why it's called Shabbos Agadol. Some people think that's why it's called Shabbos Agadol. It's not the reason. It's called Shabbos Agadol because we're going to say in Davini, that the Egyptians were fighting with each other. And they had a civil war because some of them said, "Hey, the firstborn are dying. We got to let the Jews go," and other ones said, "No, we can't let them go," and they started fighting with each other. So a war broke out between the Egyptians, and I said a story a while ago. Well, I don't know, Rosh Hashanah, that point wasn't a lot sure, but he said that his grandmother. I said the story before. He had a grandmother who would listen to the radio, the boxing. She didn't speak a word of English, boxing in English. And she would listen to boxing. She would say to Tehillim while she was listening to boxing. He said, Bob, I don't understand. What is it? You don't even know what's going on. Why are you listening to boxing? She said, listen, says the angel. I said, listen up. Says, where I'm from, the shtetl that I'm from, I'm used to always the anti-Semites beating up the Yidden. For the first time in my life, I'm able to hear an anti-Semite beat up another anti-Semite. He says, this brings me such pleasure. He says, she listens to the radios as much as she could. She listened as loud as she could. And that was he come mitzayim b'chareim. We're going to say in davening Shabbos morning. Every Shabbos morning we say in davening. And the Egyptians were hurting them. They were used to beating us up. And for the first time, the Jews in Egypt see, hey, they're not beating us up; they're beating themselves up. Wow, this was a tremendous miracle, and that's why it had the name Shabbos Agadol. This tremendous Shabbos that one of the things that happened on the Shabbos, and that war, Shabbos Agadol war, that took place on this Shabbos on the 9th of Nisan. Took place on the 9th of Nisan. That's when the war broke out. Now, it usually doesn't fall out on Shabbos. This year, Shabbos Agadol falls out on Shabbos. Shabbos Agadol is the only holiday which we don't with dates, but rather on the Shabbos. So why is it that we don't do? Why is it we don't do it on the date, rather on the weekday of the week? What are the holidays of the week? All the holidays of the week. Everything else is on the day of the month. Because fast forward a bunch of years, and was it Miriam? Who was it? No? Huh? Miriam passed away on the 9th of Nisan, and because of that, they moved it to Shabbos. They didn't want to celebrate on that day. Then it was Pastor Miriam. They didn't want. Yeah, so they pushed the simcha of Shabbos. They pushed the Shabbos, and from then on, this holiday was on Shabbos and not on the date of the month. So, so I guess if tonight Shabbos is also Miriam's yard site. It's also the date that the feast of Shushan ended. In Shushan, Achashverosh made a feast for 180 days, and that 180-day feast came to an end on the 9th of Nisan. Persian history. Recorded in the Megillah. So, and it's also the yard site. This Shabbos is the yard site of 150 people that died al Kiddush Hashem. If you look inside the Mishnah, you have there one of the valley places, one of the Mishnah, the top of the Mishnah is called Places Yamtiv. This is Yamtiv yard site. They were attacked by a mob. They killed him and 150 other Yidden. And the yard site is the Shabbos. This Shabbos we also right after Mincha we're supposed to say the Haggadah. We're going to say part of it. That's the one halacha over here, and then we're going to the custom is to take, before checking for the chametz, to take 10 pieces of bread and to hide them in different places. We should take that bread and cover it, of course, in something, because if you don't cover it, then it's going to make more crumbs. In the olden days, my days, everybody used to do it with silver foil. That was wrong. Because silver foil doesn't burn proper. So when you put it the next morning, you put it in the fire, it's not going to properly burn. Unless you take it out of the foil. Some people still do it in foil, and take it out of the foil, and that's fine. Another way is to do it in paper. If I do, paper will hold. Foil holds the regular piece of paper also holds the fold. So, yeah. Masticate burns good. But the plastic also. Oh, it's not plastic. Oh, the paper. Oh, paper made it. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, that's actually good for the fire also. Yeah. Another option. Yeah. So one of the reasons why this custom is, there's Kabbalistic reasons for it, but on a halachic perspective reason is because what happens if you don't? That's why you clean so well, because we learned yesterday you're supposed to clean before the B'dikas Chametz. If you clean so well, you clean for a month straight before checking Chametz. Now you have no more Chametz and you're cleaning and you're searching. You can make a bracha l'vatala. You're going to find nothing. So in order not to make a bracha l'vatala, that's one of the halachic. We have to put the Chametz there so that we're going to find it. I'm sure it's not going to be able to. However, says Shulchan Aruch, it is simple to explain that whoever does it, like we do it, where we're not really doing a proper search at all, and we're just checking for those pieces, and we check out. He says, we did not fulfill the mitzvah of searching for chametz, and then again we made a bracha l'vatala, we made again a bracha. So you can't be extreme this way, you can't be extreme that way. You gotta have someone doing it. You gotta search a little bit. You gotta really try to find something. So it wouldn't be a bracha l'vatala. Huh? Yes, Pinchas says that the main thing is to find the pump inside of you. Are you doing good? Huh? Want me to daven? Huh? Okay, you sure you daven? You can daven. Davening, you can daven. I'll do mishnayos. You daven. What? Huh? You want to daven? Auto. Okay. You do a half halacha. They come back. They would check till the wee hours in the morning. What? He himself. Gonna find himself. Right. All right, the chametz which is left over, you can have breakfast in the morning, and you want to have still a bagel because you can't have breakfast without chametz. So in the morning you still have chametz left over for then. So you should put it in a place before the search for chametz. You should put it in a place, in a set place where it's going to be guarded well, and that no kids or animals are going to get to it. And then, of course, the chametz which you checked for also those 10 pieces which you're putting in a bag. You should also put that in a place where it's not going to be. That bag should be wrapped up, should be tied, so nothing's going to fall out of it. And that bag, which is tied up, you should put it in a place a little higher up, where two things. You should put it in a place that says, don't put it too high. Put it high, the kids can't get to it, and the animals can't get to it. But don't do it too high, he says, because then it's going to be out of sight. And the rule is, out of sight, out of mind. And tomorrow's going to come, and you're going to forget to burn it. Because we're human, and humans forget. So forget to burn it, then what do we gain? Right? So put it in an eye level, which you are going to see it next day. Maariv, page 118. This year on Friday. Yes, where the fire is going to be, we have to figure out. Our barbecue is gone.
A lot of bricks over here. Over the fence.
Dirt.
אדוני צבאות אשר תמותך ואחרונה שהמלך יעננו ויום קוראינו אדוני אשר המלך יעננו ויום קוראינו אדוני אשר המלך יעננו ויום קוראינו יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ועל מה דבר כותב המלך וכותב הסיפור כנה וקרב משכן ואיך יכולנו יום נכון ותדך את ישראל בעגלה בזמן קריבים הוא אמן והתנשא והתבדע והתעלה והתעלה שמד הקודשה בריחו גם כל חדר אשר אתה תשכחו ונחמת האדם מכאן ועל מה ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו, ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים. כי הם חיינו ורחמים. נגי יומם ולילה ועבדך לא תסור ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני שמע ישראל ויאמר אדוני משה לאמור דבר אדוני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. ומלכותו ורצון קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל, לך ענו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם. מלכותך ואורניך בוקי הים לפני משה זה אלי, ענו ואמרו. נאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. ושמות אדוני לבואנו לכם תודה שלום אתה ועולם כי אל שומרנו מצילנו אתה ברוך אתה אדוני שומר את בנו ישראל לעם יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ואלמד וברכות אלוהים וכותבת וחוקני ויקרא נשיפה וחיי יכולנו למכון לכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמן שמי רבה מבורך ואלוהים ובמגיע יתברך שתבח ויתאר ותאמר ויתנסה ויתעדף ויתעלה ויתעלה למה כל פתר ושגדת ושפחתה ונחמתה אדם מרם בעל מעריב אמן. גדל והתקדש שמי רבה, מה דבר חוטב המלך, וכותב הצפו קנה וקרב משכי, וחייכון ומלכון, ועגלה בזמן קריבים, הוא אמן, יש שמי רבה מברך ועולם ולכל אלמר מי, יבוך יסתבח ויתפר ותאמר ונשא ותדע ויתעלל ולה שמי לקודשה בריחו, לעילה מכל וחטא ושירתה ושפחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמבים, הוא אמן, והתקבל סרטון ובוטון לכל בית ישראל, כבודם אברום די בשמעיהם, הוא אמן, יש למה רבה משמעיה וכם טובים עלינו, ועל כל ישראלים, הוא אמן. שלום בזמנו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. כי המלכות שלך היא עולמת טובתך, אז אדוני מלך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, ויהיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ויאמר הוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. גדל והתקדש שמי רבה, ועל דבריו כותב, ימליך כותב, ויצמח וקנה ויקרב משיחי, וחייכון ומכון כדכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריבים, הוא אמן. שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולם מיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ותאמם, ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקות. אלא מכל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמבים, הוא אמן. יש למה רבה מישמעיה וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. דירה מפחד פתאום נשות, השם צבא, עוד צבא תקופתו, עמנואל,
ואני עשיתי, Ahora, parece como medio, ¿qué van? Yo la canto. Grazie a Dio per cosa che sta per il poter mi sono schnell. Poi, danke per il regalo.
גדל והתקדש שמי רבה, ועל מה דברך כותב המלך, מה כותב יצמחו קנה ויקרב משיחי, וחייכון ובימכון ובחייל, בעגלה ובזמן קריבים, הוא אמן. יש שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך להשתבח ויתפאר בתרומם, ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמבים, הוא אמן. על ישראל ועל רבנן ועל תלמידון, ועל כל תלמידי תלמידון, ועל כל מאן דעסקין ברייתא, די ואתר עדן ודי וכל אתר ואתר, יהא לאון ולכון שלמה רבה, מכתינה וחיסדא, ורחמים וחיי ודיחה ופורקנה מן קודם אברום דבישמעיה, ואמרו אמן. יש למה רבה משמעיה וחיים טובים עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
Matthew's inviting everyone to join him for a special Chaim. And really, Nishmat's father is Yarted tonight. You know, Matthew? At 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock. We're praying at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, Dali, at 8:40.